Welcome aboard our in-depth examination of the Star Wars film franchise. The Star Wars films have become an international sensation, collecting the hearts of people all around the world. Each installment has transported spectators to a universe far, far away, complete with fascinating characters, intense action, and incredible battles. Today, we'll look at something that a lot of fans may be unaware of: the deleted scenes from each film. Many people are unaware that each film has scenes that were removed from the final version. These deleted scenes provide an intriguing glimpse into the artistic processes that went into developing these timeless films. We'll take a closer look at each discarded scene from the Star Wars saga in this video. We'll talk about why these scenes were eliminated, what they brought to the plot, and if they should have made the final revision. So sit back, unwind, and join us on our adventure into the Star Wars universe's scrap heap. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, 1999. A young Anakin's spirited fight with Greedo. A conflict between a pair of kids, Greedo and Anakin, in the desert world of Tatooine is one of the cutest deleted sequences ever. Greedo accuses Anakin of cheating in this scene, and they quickly engage in a physical confrontation. It's quite a sight to witness two future wrongdoers squabbling about something so insignificant. Anakin eventually triumphs over Greedo, holding him down while delivering an impressive strike. However, Qui-Gon Jinn shows up to break off the fight before it gets out of hand. This scene is particularly lovely since it depicts two different iconic characters in their youth, absolutely innocent and oblivious of the horrific roads they'll soon have to travel. Although we already know that Anakin will grow into the notorious Darth Vader, it's difficult not to feel sorry for Greedo, who, while being beaten up now, will meet a gruesome end at the feet of Han Solo. This omitted scene gives us a fascinating look into the childhoods of a pair of the most infamous baddies in the Star Wars world. It's a shame it didn't make the final edit, but we're fortunate to have gotten the opportunity to watch it. A missed opportunity to show just how gifted Anakin was. Have you ever thought about how people would respond if a 9-year-old child accomplished a momentous achievement that altered the trajectory of history? We caught a peek of this in a scene that was cut from Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. After destroying a Trade Federation battleship, Anakin Skywalker took his ship back to Naboo, where he was hailed by an audience of Republic pilots who looked on in complete awe of his accomplishment. Despite being coated in mud and showing up unkempt, the boy seemed unconcerned about the gravity of his actions, innocently inquiring if he would be in trouble. It was remarkable to observe how the rest of the pilots responded to this little prodigy's fantastic achievement. The scene offered an unusual glimpse into the immediate aftermath of a significant moment in history, as witnessed by those who were present to see it firsthand. Unfortunately, this scene was removed from the final version of the film, which is a pity since it would have brought an exciting dimension to the plot. Nonetheless, it's delightful to see a child accomplish something so extraordinary while remaining so innocent. Padmé's delight at the end of the battle. In a deleted scene from The Phantom Menace, a soldier on the battlefield informed his queen, Padmé, of their ultimate victory. After winning the battle, the soldier joyfully pushed over a bit of machinery, signifying that the other side had been destroyed and was now helpless. With a dastardly glitter in her eye, Padmé took great pleasure in telling the vanquished leaders that their scheme had failed. The scene symbolized the human drive for justice and revenge, and it was nice to watch the bad guys get defeated and the good folks be triumphant. Although the scene might appear cheesy, it was still a satisfying instance for the audience. It's always fun to watch the bad people get what they deserve, especially when they've wreaked havoc in their pursuit of absolute control. Overall, this deleted scene offers a brief but rewarding look at the aftermath of a lengthy and grueling struggle for peace and justice, and should most certainly have been included in the final cut. A brief glimpse of Adrian Dunbar as Bail Organa. Jimmy Smits has played Bail Organa, a well-known figure among Star Wars fans, in multiple films. He also returned in 2016 for the spin-off film. Surprisingly, Smits doesn't happen to be the only actor to play Bail Organa. Bail Organa was originally played by British performer Adrian Dunbar in The Phantom Menace. Dunbar's role, however, was confined to a brief appearance in which he stood for Padmé Amidala when she announced her vote of no confidence against Chancellor Valorum. Bail Organa was replaced with Jimmy Smits in Episode 2 as the character developed, resulting in the renaming of the character played by Adrian Dunbar to Bail Antilles. It's always fascinating to observe how characters in films evolve and alter throughout the lifespan of an entire series, and Bail Organa serves as no exception. While seeing more of this character in the initial segment of the prequel trilogy would have been wonderful, the sequence was eventually considered irrelevant and was deleted from the final cut of the film. Despite an alteration in performance, this character remains an iconic member of the Star Wars world, and fans are still captivated by his journey. Padme and Anakin's preparations for the Boonta Eve pod race. Anakin Skywalker encountered himself in the thick of planning for the approaching Boonta Eve pod race as the sun broke over the desert world of Tatooine. His friends surrounded him, including Padme Amidala, who softly awoke her future companion, pushing him to prepare for their departure. It's no surprise that the scene was deleted from the final edit because it made no significant addition to the bigger plot. While the scene portrayed the peaceful serenity of the Tatooine morning, it lacked excitement and meaning. Although we caught some footage of several of Anakin's pals, their presence was insignificant. In the larger scheme of matters, the deleted scene contributed nothing to our knowledge of the individuals involved or their journey. Ultimately, omitting this clip was a sensible move because it would have added superfluous minutes to the movie without adding any significant value. Now, let's move on to some of the more exciting scenes of this Star Wars film. A few extra scenes from the race. The spectacularly produced pod race scenes in The Phantom Menace have drawn in millions of moviegoers and are unquestionably among the film's most thrilling moments. They keep us captivated from start to end, showing the high-speed action in all its magnificence. One deleted clip from the section gives a more in-depth introduction to the competitors, diving further into their world than is seen in the film. Anakin's tricky maneuvering on the dangerous course was seen on another deleted clip from the Boonta Eve pod race. We saw his expertise as he managed to avoid many close falls, demonstrating his proficiency as a racer. The presence of Tusken Raiders and Jawas added to the intrigue of the scene. While the Tuskens had appeared briefly in the film, the inclusion of the Jawas could have been a nice reference to the original films. Despite the appeal they provided, including these extra sequences in the final edit would have disturbed the well-paced flow that George Lucas deliberately created for the pod racing scene. While the expanded scenes were fascinating, they ran the danger of slowing down the general flow of the film. Because the original sequence was wonderfully crafted, it's honestly more appropriate that it was left the way it was. Finally, omitting these events was probably for the best, ensuring that the final result was satisfactory and unified. The final produced scenario exemplified George Lucas's talent for creating exhilarating moments, and tinkering with its precisely adjusted timing may have diminished its effect. Jyra's touching departure and the unexpected events that follow. Jyra, a Tatooine native, was instrumental in alerting Qui-Gon Jinn and Anakin Skywalker of an approaching storm, prompting them to seek safety at Anakin's family home. There was a sweet moment when Anakin said farewell to his friend in an original clip available on the Blu-ray and DVD versions. He gave her some of his pod race prize money, demonstrating his kind and caring personality. Jyra was genuinely moved by his kindness. This interaction bore witness to Anakin's purity and compassion prior to his terrible fall down the dark path. What made this clip even more incredible was what happened afterward. After they said their goodbyes, Qui-Gon killed one of Darth Maul's probe bots that was following them. This surprise move caused Anakin and Qui-Gon to dash, providing context for their hurry to reach the ship as shown in the film. This brief but intense scene foreshadowed the intensity and perils that awaited, contributing to the overall tension and anxiety. While this sequence wasn't featured in the final edit, it had enormous potential to increase the tension of the story. It demonstrated the director's thoughtfulness in creating subtle hints and developing links throughout the plot. A beautiful but deadly waterfall scene. In this exciting deleted clip, we saw three people in a precarious predicament above a magnificent waterfall. Jar Jar Binks, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Qui-Gon Jinn were in a race against time to leave their vehicle, known as a bongo, before it fell over the edge of the deadly waterfall. The tension rose as Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon rushed to seek refuge while Jar Jar, as was his personality, attempted to keep up. The sequence was breathtaking, demonstrating the incredible artistic touches that brought the hazardous cascade of water to life. It was clear that tremendous effort went into the design of it, implying that it had the potential to be included in the final cut of the film. Although some fans may have had unrealistic expectations for Jar Jar's destiny, the scene held its own as an excellent addition, offering another exciting challenge for the group to face. Fans must certainly have been disappointed by Lucas's choice to leave this sequence out of the final edit. Its absence is undoubtedly a missed opportunity to raise the stakes and present the audience with a more intense experience while watching the film. Nonetheless, this moment stands as a monument to the filmmaker's inventiveness and skill of visual effects, demonstrating the possibility of furthering the suspense within the story. 2. Star Wars Attack of the Clones, 2002. Anakin's reaction when he walked into Padme's bedroom. Anakin walked through Padme's bedroom in an unknown deleted clip from Attack of the Clones. There, he received access to a one-of-a-kind sight as Padme walked him through her room, which was decked with mesmerizing holographic pictures. Padme's earlier humanitarian efforts were depicted in those photographs, which included animated images of her when she was younger, surrounded by her close friends. Tragically, she disclosed that those companions died prematurely as a result of their struggles, adjusting to their difficult circumstances. While this sequence might appear somewhat unimportant, Anakin's icy and unsettling attitude gave it a stunning level of significance. His apathy to the massive loss of life was terrifying, predicting the evil that would eventually consume him as it evolved into Darth Vader. This brief look inside the tormented Jedi's psyche revealed the beginnings of bitterness and darkness that lurked within him. While the clip was cut from the final cut of the film, its examination of Anakin's emotional alienation left an indelible effect. It acted as an indicator of his character's complexities and the eventual disintegration of his humanity. The sequence enhanced Anakin's journey by hinting at the emotional conflicts that ultimately pushed him down a dark path. A negotiation with Count Dooku. Anakin and Padme were taken prisoner in the world of Geonosis in a scene that was cut from the second film in the series. Unlike the theatrical version, however, the DVD and Blu-ray releases feature a sequence illustrating the discussions and dialogues that occurred between them and Count Dooku. The Count, along with Poggle the Lesser and Jango Fett, took advantage of the chance to converse with the prisoner couple. He offered a deal: Obi-Wan Kenobi's freedom in return for Naboo's adherence to the Separatist struggle. Dooku explained his argument for forming a new government, highlighting the benefits it might offer. The choice to cut this clip out was unquestionably sound, as it emphasized the film's steady pace and attention to its primary theme. Honestly, this scene ultimately served no purpose and was thus appropriately eliminated from the final cut of the film. It wasn't very useful in furthering the overall plot because of the political talks and arguments that took place, which detracted from the rhythm and general flow of the film. While the negotiations gave information on Naboo's possible fate, including them would have broken the flow of the story and weakened the film's effect. By removing this unnecessary political commentary, the directors ensured that the film maintained momentum, allowing people to remain wholly involved with the thrilling events on screen. Anakin and Padme's discussions on Naboo. In some omitted footage, as Anakin and Padme strolled alongside R2-D2, they engaged in a heartfelt conversation. Anakin expressed his profound love for Naboo, sharing emotionally charged sentiments that starkly contrasted with the persona of Vader. This exclusion was likely a prudent decision, ensuring consistency with the character's later transformation. Meanwhile, Padme disclosed her long-standing desire to have a family, subtly hinting at the forthcoming births of Luke and Leia. When the second movie of the series debuted almost 2 decades ago, fans expressed mixed opinions about Hayden Christensen's portrayal of Anakin Skywalker. Some felt that his deeply emotional and sensitive nature compromised the menacing legacy of Darth Vader. Consequently, it's understandable why the extended scene of Anakin and Padme at Naboo was trimmed down. By omitting this scene, the filmmakers preserved the dark and enigmatic aura surrounding Vader's character. The focus shifted to the unfolding narrative rather than delving into emotional exchanges that could potentially undermine the intimidating presence that Darth Vader represents. In the grand scheme of the story, the exclusion ultimately served to maintain the desired balance and preserve the integrity of the characters. Obi-Wan's unexpected dark streak. Before embarking on his mission to Kamino to uncover the truth behind Jango Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi was present in a deleted scene where he conferred with Mace Windu. In this conversation, they discussed the enigma surrounding the missing data on Kamino and expressed concerns about Anakin's ability to protect Padme. As Obi-Wan prepared to board his Jedi starfighter, the conversation took a negative turn. Obi-Wan criticized Anakin, belittling his accomplishments despite the fact that the young Jedi had previously saved Padme's life. Additionally, Obi-Wan revealed Anakin's emotional connection to Padme, branding him as arrogant. The exclusion of this scene was a wise decision, as its inclusion would have raised questions regarding the Jedi Council's lack of intervention. It could have created inconsistencies in the plot and disrupted the overall narrative flow. Moreover, the portrayal of Obi-Wan in a negative light contradicted his character's genuine concern for his apprentice. Their relationship was depicted as a brotherhood, and the deleted scene undermined this bond. By removing this sequence, the filmmakers ensured a more cohesive storyline and maintained the integrity of the characters involved. It allowed the focus to remain on the central plot and the dynamics between the characters that were integral to the overarching narrative. An encounter with Padme's parents. In the film, Padme's parents almost made their on-screen debut, and scenes featuring her parents and sister Sola were filmed but ultimately excluded from the final version. During their visit to Naboo, Anakin and Padme ventured to her family's house, where Sola's children were thrilled to meet R2-D2. As Padme introduced Anakin to her family at their Naboo villa, we caught a glimpse of him conversing with Rui through a window. Padme's mother remarked that Anakin was the first boyfriend their daughter had brought home, which slightly annoyed Padme. Anakin also unintentionally upset his future wife by discussing the gravity of her situation, a matter that the Queen of Naboo was deliberately choosing not to touch upon. Considering that this information was already known to fans, its repetition on screen would be redundant. Hence, the decision to exclude these scenes from the final product appeared justified. By doing so, the filmmakers maintained the narrative's focus and prevented unnecessary repetition of character dynamics that had already been established. This allowed for a more streamlined and impactful storytelling experience. Anakin and Padme are found guilty in a trial on Geonosis. In a forgotten corner of the galaxy, Padme and Anakin found themselves facing a hasty trial after their capture on Geonosis. Poggle the Lesser, the self-proclaimed judge, swiftly pronounced them guilty without much deliberation. However, this scene lacked substance and importance, as their guilt was established almost instantly. The brevity of the trial rendered it irrelevant, and the quality of the acting did little to enhance its value. Consequently, the decision to omit this scene was a wise one. By skipping the trial and plunging the couple directly into the heart of the next scene on Geonosis, the filmmakers ensured a swift and exhilarating progression toward the movie's climactic finale. The pace quickened, and the action scenes became a visual spectacle to behold. This choice enhanced the excitement and kept the audience engaged, allowing for an unforgettable and adrenaline-filled conclusion. Ultimately, by sidestepping the unnecessary trial, the filmmakers streamlined the narrative, keeping the focus on the exhilarating action sequences and propelling the story forward with a sense of urgency and excitement. Anakin's nightmares. In the vast expanse of the galaxy, Padme and Anakin found themselves on the brink of their journey to Naboo. As they awaited their transport, a moment of vulnerability unveiled itself. Anakin, surrounded by a bustling crowd, lay restlessly in his slumber, his body twisting and turning with signs of inner turmoil. A troubled expression creased his face, and his murmurs hinted at a deep sense of unease. Awakening from his disturbed sleep, Anakin confided in Padme, revealing the ache within his heart caused by the absence of his mother. He described the tormenting nightmares that haunted him, vividly depicting her anguish. These suppressed emotions pour forth, laying bare the depths of his longing and the weight of his memories. While this poignant moment was originally envisioned during their journey to Naboo in Attack of the Clones, it found its rightful place in Revenge of the Sith. Placed later in the narrative, it aligned with the progression of their relationship after Anakin had professed his love for Padme. This narrative shift enhanced the emotional resonance of the scene as it became a pivotal point in their bond, deepening their connection and inviting further exploration of their intertwined destinies. Ultimately, this revised version maintained the essence of the original scene while allowing it to unfold in a more coherent and impactful manner within the broader story. It captured the raw vulnerability of Anakin's yearning, paving the way for the trials and tribulations that lay ahead in their tumultuous journey through the galaxy. Obi-Wan and Anakin chase after Zam Wesell. In the depths of the bustling city, Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan embarked on a chase, relentlessly pursuing a mysterious bounty hunter named Zam Wesell. Their objective was to uncover the truth behind the nefarious plot threatening Padme's life. However, their efforts proved fruitless as Zam met a swift end at the hands of the enigmatic Jango Fett, leaving them with more questions than answers. Undeterred by the setback, Obi-Wan sought solace within the hallowed walls of the Jedi Temple. There, in a hidden chamber, he carefully examined the toxic dart recovered from Zam's lifeless body. Surrounded by automated assistants, the Jedi Knight delved into the intricate details of the dart's origin, his keen intellect at work to unravel the enigma before him. In a moment of realization, he uttered that he knew just the person who could shed light on this. Yet, upon reflection, the decision was made to omit this scene from the final cut. The pacing of the film took precedence over the additional layer of intricacy it would have introduced. It would have further elongated the narrative, potentially disrupting the finely tuned rhythm that propels the story forward. While this omitted moment carried its own intrigue, the overall coherence and flow of the film were preserved by its exclusion. The audience was spared from unnecessary detours, allowing them to remain engrossed in the escalating tension and impending challenges that lay ahead. The quest for truth continued unabated, and the significance of Obi-Wan's revelation found its place within the grand tapestry of the unfolding story. A conversation comparing Count Dooku to Qui-Gon Jinn. Deep within the vast expanse of the Jedi Temple, Obi-Wan Kenobi found himself engaged in an unexpected conversation with Jocasta Nu, the wise and knowledgeable guardian of the sacred Jedi archives. As they navigated the labyrinthine shelves of ancient knowledge, their steps came to a halt before a solemn statue, a tribute to Count Dooku, a figure both revered and feared. In the sacred silence of the library, Nu's piercing gaze lingered upon the likeness of the Sith Lord, contemplating the parallels that intertwined his path with that of Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan's departed mentor. With a somber tone, she imparted her wisdom, revealing the shared characteristics that existed between these seemingly disparate figures. They were not so dissimilar, Nu believed. Both ventured on a path divergent from the Council's consensus, driven by ideals that defied convention. In this untold moment, the layers of Count Dooku's character began to unfurl, painting a vivid portrait of a man who once walked alongside the Jedi Order, but ultimately chose a different destiny. Nu's revelation offered a glimpse into the inner workings of the enigmatic Sith Lord. shedding light on his departure from the Republic and the choices that led him down a treacherous path. Yet, in the grand tapestry of storytelling, this conversation was left untold in the final rendition. The focus remained steadfast on the unfolding events that propelled the narrative forward, urging the audience toward the climactic encounters and decisive moments that awaited them. The echoes of Dooku's past, intricately interwoven with Qui-Gon Jinn's legacy, resonated within the unseen depths of the Jedi Temple, lending an added layer of complexity to the intricate web of fate and choice. Padme and Palpatine butt heads at the Senate. Within the grand chambers of the Galactic Assembly, the esteemed senators gathered, their voices echoing with the weight of decisions that would shape the fate of the galaxy. Among them, Padme Amidala, a beacon of resilience and determination, stood tall, her unwavering conviction resonating through the hallowed halls. Amidst the impassioned debates and conflicting perspectives, Padme's voice soared above the fray, advocating for a different path, a path bathed in the light of diplomacy and understanding. With eloquence and unwavering resolve, she argued against the escalation of security measures, for she saw them as veiled declarations of war that threatened the very essence of the Republic they swore to protect. Her words reverberated, challenging the prevailing narrative and demanding that peace be sought through dialogue and cooperation rather than through the drums of war. Ever the champion of harmony, Padme found herself at odds with those who sought to build armies and fuel the flames of conflict. Yet, in the shadows, the tendrils of manipulation tightened their grip. Chancellor Palpatine, a master puppeteer, skillfully maneuvered through the intricate web of politics, his motives concealed beneath a veneer of benevolence. Recognizing the potency of Padme's influence, he swiftly brought the session to an abrupt end, stifling her dissenting voice before it could rally further support. Like an untold tale within the vast tapestry of the Star Wars universe, the deleted scene shed light on the complexities of political maneuvering and the clash between ideals. However, the final incarnation of the film sought to navigate the treacherous waters of politics with a lighter touch, allowing the focus to remain on the relentless pursuit of action and the unraveling of destinies. In this deleted clip, the realms of politics and power converged, intertwining with the cosmic battles fought by Jedi and Sith, echoing the eternal struggle between light and darkness. And amidst it all, Padme Amidala, the voice of reason and compassion, persisted as a beacon of hope, even when her political battles remained unseen, yet ever present within the annals of the Galactic Senate. 3. Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith, 2005. Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi take a trip through the sewers. In the depths of a sprawling metropolis, Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi found themselves immersed in a treacherous game of survival. The murky waters of the sewers embraced them, and with each stroke, Anakin propelled himself forward. Behind them, the echoes of super battle droids reverberated an unrelenting pursuit that fueled their determination. Obi-Wan voiced his concerns, cautioning against the impulsive nature of his apprentice's actions. Yet, in the heart of danger, Anakin's instincts burned bright. He harnessed his surroundings with a calculated brilliance that belied his youthful demeanor, weaving a tapestry of calculated chaos. A well-placed detonation unleashed a cataclysmic explosion, consuming their mechanical adversaries in a blaze of destruction. Obi-Wan, humbled by the audacity and efficacy of his apprentice's unorthodox methods, felt a tinge of admiration mingled with his lingering concern. He acknowledged that the path to mastery was not a one-way street, but a constant exchange of wisdom and growth. While occasionally exasperating, Anakin's unyielding spirit and unconventional tactics held the promise of unlocking new dimensions of understanding. The deleted scene, a fleeting glimpse into their bond, encapsulated the intricate dance between master and apprentice, where mutual respect and occasional clashes fueled their growth. Yet, in the pursuit of a tightly woven narrative, this moment was left on the cutting room floor, allowing the film to maintain its relentless pace and focus on the seismic events that awaited them. Within this reimagined tale, the ebb and flow of their relationship, punctuated by moments of tension and flashes of brilliance, painted a vivid picture of their shared journey. Their bond, tested by trials and tempered by adversity, would shape the destiny of a galaxy. Anakin brutally takes down Shaak Ti. In the depths of darkness where shadows whispered untold secrets, Anakin Skywalker's steps echoed with a newfound malevolence. His path had diverged, consumed by the seductive allure of the dark side. No longer bound by the tenets of the Jedi Order, he embraced the role of a merciless agent of destruction. Shaak Ti sought solace in her meditation chamber within the hallowed sanctuary of the Jedi Temple, a place once steeped in serenity and enlightenment. Her focus transcended the chaos unfolding outside its walls, yet an unseen specter loomed within the shadows. As the chamber's door slid open, Anakin materialized, his presence an omen of doom. Once filled with youthful ardor, his eyes now harbored a sinister resolve. In a treacherous act, he struck a blow that shattered the tranquility of the moment, his lightsaber piercing through Shaak Ti's back, extinguishing her life force. The scene unfolded with an unfinished animation, a mere fragment of the tragic tableau. Now consumed by the darkness that enveloped him, Anakin departed the chamber with an unsettling calm. Around him, the clash of stormtroopers and young Jedi reverberated the echoes of a once harmonious order, shattered by betrayal and devastation. In this deleted clip, the threads of fate diverged from their canonical path. The echoes of treachery and the fall of a Jedi were replaced by the resilience of hope and the redemption that lay dormant. The chilling scene ultimately gave way to a different destiny, where the light reclaimed its rightful place and the forces of evil were unmasked and vanquished. The essence of Anakin Skywalker's transformation, his descent, and ultimate redemption remained a timeless tale of tragedy and triumph, where the power of choice shaped the destiny of the galaxy. Obi-Wan and Anakin share some hilarious small talk. In a poignant moment of adversity, Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi forged a bond that transcended the boundaries of mere brotherhood. Amidst the chaos of battle, their spirits intertwined, laced with wit and humor, a testament to the camaraderie they shared. As blaster bolts ricocheted through the air, Anakin's quick mind conjured a jest, playfully remarking on his ability to decipher R2-D2's intricate beeps and whistles. Obi-Wan, his ever-present wit undimmed, quipped about the frustrating nature of elevators that seemed to elude their summons, even as they shielded themselves from the onslaught of their enemies. Their banter danced with a lightness that belied the gravity of their mission to rescue Chancellor Palpatine, ensnared in the clutches of the evil General Grievous. In the face of danger, their spirits remained unyielding, weaving moments of lightness into the tapestry of their shared goals. Yet, as the story unfolded and their paths diverged, the weight of their choices cast a shadow over their once unbreakable bond. In this deleted clip, the tale took an unexpected turn. The essence of Anakin and Obi-Wan's bond remained steadfast, a testament to the enduring nature of friendship and the hope that even amidst the darkness, the bonds we forge can withstand the tests of time. Their camaraderie became an enduring legacy, a reminder of the strength found in unity and the power of resilience. For in this galaxy so far away, stories evolved and characters found new paths to traverse. Shaak Ti is once again brutally killed, this time by General Grievous. Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi encountered an unforeseen obstacle in the uncharted depths of their perilous journey. The forces of the dark side had devised a cunning trap, a deadly shield that stood as an impenetrable barrier before them. A deleted clip from the film showed General Grievous, the enigmatic figure cloaked in shadows, emerging from the murky depths of the unknown, ready to confront the intrepid Jedi duo. An unwilling captive, General Shaak Ti stood as a testament to Grievous's ruthless power. Anakin and Obi-Wan found themselves surrounded by a legion of battle droids, their destinies hanging in the balance. Grievous, driven by his insidious purpose, struck down General Shaak Ti with a single decisive blow, her life extinguished in a tragic moment. A silent debate ensued between the two Jedi, their minds intertwining in an intricate dance of sign language. Different methods of escape were weighed, their shared bond and unspoken understanding guiding them through the mire of uncertainty. With lightsabers ignited, Anakin and Obi-Wan forged a path through the chaos, their blades carving a hole in the metallic floor. A precipitous drop led them into the depths of the Invisible Hand's fuel tank, the air thick with anticipation. Surrounded by battle droids, their triggers poised, Grievous displayed calculated wisdom, ordering his troops to withhold their fire. The volatile fuel, a potential catalyst for destruction, compelled restraint among the ranks of the separatist forces. Emerging from the fuel tank, the two Jedi navigated the treacherous terrain, leaving their pursuers in disarray. Ever resourceful, Anakin sealed the exit, cutting off the relentless advance of the B-2 super battle droids. The tension reached its crescendo as the volatile fuel neared an overload discharge spark gap, a surging current threatening to engulf the ship in a cataclysmic explosion. A detonation echoed through the screen as a section of the vessel succumbed to the fiery chaos. This deleted scene, woven from the fabric of imagination, was actually considered non-canonical due to the appearance of Shaak Ti later on in the film. While this would undoubtedly have put an exciting twist to the narrative, it was ultimately not meant to be. Palpatine attempts to turn Anakin to the dark side. Within the intricate web of deception, Anakin Skywalker returned victorious from the perilous mission to rescue Chancellor Palpatine. Little did he know that his triumph would become a stepping stone for the Sith Lord's nefarious machinations. Palpatine, a master manipulator, understood the fragile nature of Anakin's desires and sought to exploit them for his sinister purposes. In a scene lost to the history of the known narrative, Palpatine and Anakin engaged in a confidential conversation within the opulent confines of the Chancellor's office on the vibrant planet planet of Coruscant. The air crackled with an undercurrent of calculated malevolence as the Sith Lord wove his insidious web skillfully. Words dripped from Palpatine's tongue like honey as he artfully praised Anakin, capitalizing on the Jedi's deep-seated longing for recognition and validation. He whispered subtle insinuations, casting doubt upon the Jedi Council's appreciation of Anakin's unique talents, hinting at their fear and jealousy. The Chancellor's voice carried an eerie weight laden with foreboding implications. He suggested that the Jedi, with their hidden agenda, would obstruct the Senate's efforts to effect positive change for the greater good of the Republic. An air of manipulation and secrecy cloaked his every word. In a moment of chilling revelation, Palpatine alluded to a power that dwelled within Anakin, an untamed force that threatened to consume him. The seeds of darkness were sown, foretelling the cataclysmic transformation that awaited the tormented Jedi Knight. However, this was ultimately not meant to be, as the scene was cut from the final version of the film, diverging from the well-trodden path of familiarity that the film brought to us. The formation of the Rebel Alliance and further discussions. In the vast tapestry of galactic affairs, amidst the events of a chronicle untold, Mon Mothma emerged as a figure of quiet resilience and unwavering determination. Her path intertwined with the destinies of those who shaped the course of history. However, it's within a deleted scene, far removed from the known lore, that we find her in an unexpected turn of events. Gathered within the hallowed halls of political deliberation, Mon Mothma stood alongside Bail Organa, Padme Amidala, and a cadre of senators. The air crackled with tension as they debated a plan of action, their voices echoing with conviction in the face of Palpatine's refusal to relinquish his grip on power. Amidst this clandestine gathering, the seeds of change were sown. Mon Mothma, her gaze resolute, spoke of the need for a covert organization, a force capable of navigating the shadows to combat the encroaching darkness. Her words carried the weight of urgency and foresight, echoing through the chamber. In these deleted clips, the birth of a clandestine movement unfolded. Mon Mothma, a beacon of hope and resolve, voiced the imperative to form an alliance, a whispered resistance against the tyranny that threatened to engulf the galaxy. It was a moment full of significance, the genesis of what would come to be known as a symbol of hope, the Rebel Alliance. As ideas swirled in the hallowed chamber, Padme proposed seeking the aid of the one Jedi she truly trusted, a glimmer of hope in the encroaching darkness. Yet, united in their resolve, the group agreed to first appeal to the Senate, their faith in the democratic institution still flickering but present. With purpose in their hearts, the senators, now accompanied by the unexpected presence of Jar Jar Binks, boldly presented their petition to Palpatine and his steadfast guardian, Anakin Skywalker. Their collective voice and embodiment of unity sought to pierce the veil of deceit and sway the course of destiny. It would have been a poetic twist that Padme, present at the creation of this nascent alliance, unknowingly laid the groundwork for her daughter Leia's eventual leadership. The echoes of their destinies reverberated through time, an unbroken lineage of courage and defiance. Palpatine's refusal to give up his power. In the dimly lit chamber of power, Padme, Mon Mothma, Bail Organa, and the other senators gathered with resolve, their voices carrying the weight of conviction. They stood before a figure whose grip on authority remained unyielding, Palpatine, the enigmatic Sith Lord. Words clashed like sabers in the air, a tumultuous exchange as they confronted the Chancellor, demanding accountability and the relinquishment of his power. But his response was cold, unflinching, as he dismissed their concerns with a calculated indifference. The ominous undertones of his words sent shivers down their spines, his confident assertion that his defense would suffice in the face of their committee. Amidst this tense confrontation, Anakin Skywalker stood as a silent witness, caught in the crossfire of loyalties, her eyes ablaze with frustration. Padme shot him a look of reproach, the weight of disappointment lingering in the air. His impassivity, a refusal to take a stand, further deepened the rift between them. The tendrils of manipulation extended from the Sith Lord's words, weaving a tapestry of doubt and suspicion. Palpatine, ever the master puppeteer, had planted seeds of discord within Anakin's mind. He insinuated that Padme harbored secrets, her allegiances wavering. An unsettling aura surrounded the Sith Lord, his words resonating with the depths of Anakin's conflicted soul. The turmoil within the young Jedi Knight simmered, the path to his eventual descent into darkness gradually unfolding. In this deleted scene of their encounter, the balance of power teetered on a knife's edge. The echoes of manipulation and the duality of loyalties took center stage, casting a shadow over the fates of those entangled in this intricate web of deception and intrigue. Yoda and Obi-Wan clash with a few clone troopers. Within the depths of the third installment, a clandestine mission unfolded as fate brought Yoda and Obi-Wan together once more. Surrounded by the eerie stillness of the Jedi Temple, a peculiar sight met their eyes. Clone troopers, masquerading under the guise of Jedi robes, attempted to conceal their true identities. However, the ruse proved feeble, fooling none but the most unsuspecting observer. The tension in the air grew palpable as the moment of revelation neared. In a swift motion, blades ignited, illuminating illuminating the darkened corridors. The clash of lightsabers reverberated, a symphony of combat as Yoda and Obi-Wan engaged in a desperate struggle against the encroaching clone troopers. Each strike was delivered with precision, their resolve unyielding. The battle unfolded as the resounding clash of steel echoed through the hallowed halls. The troopers, caught in their deception, were swiftly overcome, their ranks scattered like leaves in a storm. The path to the heart of the temple lay open, beckoning Yoda and Obi-Wan forward. Stepping through the threshold, they entered the sanctum of the Jedi Temple, a place once filled with harmony and enlightenment, now shrouded in sorrow and betrayal. In the deleted scene, the suspense and gravity of the moment were underscored, the encounter imbued with an air of secrecy and apprehension. The interplay between light and shadow heightened the emotional stakes, setting the stage for a revelation that would shape the destiny of the galaxy. Palpatine's dark streak is discussed. The intricate web of power and deception wove a different tapestry in the alternate telling of the galactic saga. As destiny pulled the strings, the paths of Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Mace converged within the hallowed halls of the Jedi Temple. Deep in the heart of the ancient sanctuary, a clandestine gathering took place. Masters Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Mace found themselves entangled in a solemn discussion, their voices hushed and burdened with apprehension. The lingering shadows of doubt cast clearly over their faces as they confronted the enigma that was Chancellor Palpatine. Seasoned and astute, Obi-Wan presented his case, voicing his suspicions of the Chancellor's true nature. With conviction in his voice, he urged caution, suggesting that the veiled darkness within Palpatine might hold the key to their greatest fears. A warrior of unwavering resolve, Mace echoed Obi-Wan's sentiments, his piercing gaze cutting through the veils of illusion. Yet Yoda, the venerable sage, urged restraint, reminding his comrades of the importance of irrefutable evidence. In his wisdom, he cautioned against rash actions that could disrupt the delicate balance of justice. With measured words and an unwavering commitment to truth, Yoda sought the certainty that would bring the Sith's true identity to light. In this deleted clip, the clash of ideas and perspectives shaped the narrative, building suspense as the Jedi grappled with the weight of their suspicions. The pursuit of truth took center stage as the trio navigated the treacherous corridors of power, seeking the elusive proof that would unmask the Chancellor's true intentions. The path toward enlightenment was paved with uncertainty as the Jedi faced the ultimate challenge, to preserve justice while ensuring that the light of the galaxy remained undimmed. Thus, the scene unfolded in a nuanced dance of intrigue and moral quandaries, painting a vivid portrait of the delicate dance between loyalty and the search for truth. Yoda declares himself as Qui-Gon Jinn's apprentice. In one of the film's most poignant deleted scenes, a profound encounter unfolded between two revered Jedi Masters. Yoda, the venerable sage, and Qui-Gon Jinn, a Jedi of deep wisdom, found themselves united through the eternal bond of the Force in the mysterious world of Lemuria. In the timeless expanse of the Force, Yoda and Qui-Gon communed, their essences intertwining in a dance of cosmic energy. Their connection transcended the boundaries of space and time as Qui-Gon, having delved into the mysteries of the Force, shared his revelations with his old friend. With quiet intensity, Qui-Gon spoke of a path to transcendence, a way to merge with the Force itself. He imparted ancient knowledge, unveiling the secrets of immortality to Yoda. In whispered words that resonated with both wisdom and serenity, Qui-Gon revealed that through profound mastery, one could transcend the physical realm, allowing the corporeal form to fade away while consciousness endured. Ever the seeker of knowledge and enlightenment, Yoda absorbed Qui-Gon's teachings with a mixture of awe and introspection. The weight of these revelations hung in the air, casting a sense of both wonder and trepidation upon their ethereal meeting. The destiny of the Jedi Order and the very essence of their teachings stood at a precipice, beckoning Yoda to explore the path Qui-Gon had laid before him. While the vastness of the spiritual encounter held great significance, the ebb and flow of the cinematic narrative required the omission of this moment. The delicate balance between pacing and exposition deemed it necessary to focus on other crucial elements of the story. Yet, the echoes of this profound exchange resonated within the Jedi soul, leaving Yoda forever touched by the insights and possibilities that Qui-Gon had unveiled. In this untold chapter of the galactic saga, the origins of the Force's mysterious phenomena remained shrouded in the mists of mystery. But the seeds of understanding had been sown, guiding Yoda along a path of discovery and transformation. Yoda's exile to Dagobah. In the depths of the vast galaxy, nestled within the celestial tapestry, lay a planet veiled in mystique and secrecy. Dagobah, a distant and enigmatic world, stood as a sanctuary untouched by the tides of destiny. Its lush, untamed jungles breathed with a harmony that only nature could orchestrate. As the cosmic ballet of stars and planets unfolded, a solitary spacecraft descended through the swirling mists of Dagobah's atmosphere. The vessel gracefully touched down on the planet's surface, gently landing on the terrain with reverence. From within emerged a figure of ancient wisdom, their presence a luminous beacon in the embrace of the untamed wilderness. Yoda, the legendary Jedi Master, stepped onto the lush soil of Dagobah, his every movement imbued with a profound grace. The air around him seemed to hum with a vibrant energy, as if the very essence of the planet acknowledged his presence. In this fleeting moment, the camera captured the serenity that permeated the surroundings, paying homage to the legacy of Yoda's secret refuge. Yet, in the Star Wars saga, the inclusion of this scene would have offered little more than a moment of nostalgic fan service. Given the climactic events that unfolded at the conclusion of Revenge of the Sith, the decision to omit this scene became apparent. The narrative's focus rested on the monumental transformation of Anakin Skywalker into Darth Vader and the birth of hope amidst the encroaching darkness. The mention of Yoda's arrival on Dagobah within the novelization served as a subtle nod to the wider universe, a breadcrumb for devoted readers to savor. While this glimpse of Yoda's arrival remained confined to the realms of literary imagination, the legacy of Dagobah endured, shrouded in a mystique that echoed throughout the cosmos. 4. Star Wars: A New Hope, 1977. Biggs actually played a prominent role in Luke's character development. In the vast expanse of the Star Wars universe, there existed a forgotten conversation between two individuals that held significance in shaping the destiny of a young hero. Luke Skywalker, a simple boy on Tatooine, encountered a familiar face named Biggs. Their exchange revealed a deeper connection and set the stage for Luke's extraordinary journey. Amidst the backdrop of a desolate Tatooine landscape, Luke and Biggs engaged in sincere dialogue. Recognizing Luke's exceptional piloting skills, Biggs acknowledged his potential, remarking that the rebellion lay far beyond their current surroundings. He expressed his own desire to join the fight against the Empire, refusing to passively await conscription. The rebellion's growing influence and Biggs' unwavering belief in its cause drove him to take action. As they conversed, the two friends contemplated the uncertain futures. Luke considered staying on his uncle's farm, but Biggs warned of the looming threat posed by the Empire. The possibility of their idyllic lives being disrupted and their homestead falling under Imperial control hung in the air, serving as a stark reminder of the encroaching darkness. In the Star Wars saga, this deleted scene acted as a hidden gem, illuminating the path of our beloved protagonist Luke Skywalker and enriching his epic adventure. This omitted exchange, though perhaps deemed too long for the film's opening, served a crucial purpose. It established the foundation for Luke's subsequent actions and decisions. It deepened the bond between him and Biggs, showcasing their shared dreams and aspirations. Moreover, it foreshadowed Luke's pivotal role in the rebellion, hinting at the hero he would become. Luke's conversation with 3PO. As the twin suns of Tatooine began to rise, a sense of urgency filled the air. Luke Skywalker and his loyal companion 3PO embarked on a swift journey through the desert sands in search of the elusive R2-D2. Their land speeder raced across the barren landscape, with 3PO taking the helm, his metallic form operating the controls with precision. Amidst the rush, Luke and 3PO engaged in spirited conversation, discussing the enigmatic R2, the wise Ben Kenobi, and the impending wrath of Luke's formidable Uncle Owen. The weight of responsibility dawned heavily upon them, their words laden with a mixture of concern and anticipation. They shared anecdotes and worries, their voices resonating with a blend of trepidation and hope. The scene, intended to set the stage for Luke and 3PO's search for R2, was meticulously crafted. However, it was ultimately abandoned due to technical limitations and the pursuit of visual quality. The ill-fated attempt to film the Landspeeder cockpit sequence against a rear projection screen fell short of expectations, rendering the footage unusable. Yet, the spirit of their adventure persisted, transcending the confines of that discarded scene. The essence of Luke's determination, 3PO's unwavering loyalty, and the shared quest for their lost companion resonated throughout their journey. It was a testament to the indomitable spirit that drives heroes forward, even when faced with setbacks. Though the specifics of this moment may be obscured from the annals of Star Wars history, its essence lived on, woven into the fabric of Luke Skywalker's epic odyssey. It served as a reminder that, even in the face of technical limitations, the heart and spirit of the characters endure, propelling them ever forward on their destined path. 5. Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, 1980. General Veers was originally killed off. In the heart of battle, General Veers, an imposing figure within the ranks of the Empire, commanded the fearsome AT-AT walkers during the assault on the Hoth rebel base. From the confines of his armored cockpit, he orchestrated a strategic attack that brought the shields of the rebel stronghold crashing down. His calculated maneuvers earned him a reputation as a hero within the ruthless organization he served. However, fate had a different plan in store for General Veers. Hidden amidst the archives of an unfinished clip from The Empire Strikes Back, a glimpse of an alternate outcome emerged. In this unrevealed scene, only conveyed through rudimentary sketches, his AT-AT met a sad demise, consumed by a fiery explosion. It was a brush with death that would have brought an untimely end to Veers' story. Although the scene never saw the light of day in its fully realized form, General Veers transcended the boundaries of that unfinished clip. He resurfaced in the vast tapestry of expanded universe stories, where the accident that could have spelled his demise was retold as though it had unfolded on the icy plains of Hoth. His character endured through the power power of imagination and narrative, etching his name in the annals of Star Wars lore. General Veers, the epitome of unwavering loyalty and military prowess, remained a captivating figure, his story continuing to unfold in the realms beyond the silver screen. So, while the fiery demise of General Veers may forever remain confined to the realm of unfinished sketches, his legacy endures, woven into the fabric of the expanded universe and the hearts of fans who recognize the depth and richness of the Star Wars saga. Leia, Luke, and friends hide on a supposed asteroid. As Luke delved deeper into his training under the wise Yoda on the mystical planet of Dagobah, Han Solo, Leia, C-3PO, and R2-D2 found themselves embroiled in a perilous escapade of their own. To evade the clutches of the relentless Imperial forces, they took refuge within what appeared to be an ordinary asteroid. Little did they know, their supposed sanctuary held a shocking secret. In an omitted sequence, concealed from the DVD and Blu-ray editions, Leia, armed with a seemingly inconspicuous tool, stood alert, ready for any impending danger. Unbeknownst to our intrepid heroes, their supposed asteroid was far from what it seemed. It concealed a colossal creature, its gaping maw a trap waiting to snap shut. As the truth unraveled, they found themselves ensnared within the belly of the beast, their lives hanging in the balance. Escaping its clutches became a race against time, a fight for survival against insurmountable odds. However, the inclusion of this scene would have disrupted the pacing and diminished the mounting suspense that permeated their harrowing journey. While the scene in question was left on the cutting room floor, the encounter with the treacherous creature served as a testament to the perpetual dangers lurking in the vastness of space. Imperial forces, relentless in their pursuit, continue to close in on our heroes, ensuring that their respite was short-lived. As their journey unfolded, the stakes rose, and the bonds between Han Solo, Leia, C-3PO, and R2-D2 deepened. They faced adversity with unwavering determination, their resilience fueling their quest for freedom and justice. Though the specific details of their trials might differ from the source material, the essence of their daring escapade remained intact. Han and Leia argue extensively. In the tumultuous realm of their intertwined fates, Han and Leia's relationship encountered its fair share of obstacles and discord, as seen during the early stages of their journey in The Empire Strikes Back. Within the confines of the Rebel Alliance's base on Hoth, a heated argument ensued, revealing a complex interplay of emotions that cast doubts on the destiny of their love. While elements of romance underpinned their exchange, a close examination of the extended version of this impassioned disagreement left one questioning whether their paths were ever truly meant to converge. Han and Leia's heated words spilled beyond the boundaries of conventional banter, delving into territories where doubts and uncertainties lingered. In a moment that hasn't aged gracefully, Han ventured into an ill-advised territory, suggesting that Leia's commitment to leading the Rebel Alliance hindered her ability to fulfill traditional expectations of womanhood. Such insensitive and outdated comments warranted their omission from the final narrative. Furthermore, Han's boastful claim that he could have taught Leia diminished the strength and independence of her character. Leia, a formidable force in her own right, required no instructional guidance from anyone. It was paramount that the portrayal of Carrie Fisher's iconic character remain free from any attempts to belittle her agency or undermine her resilience. Thus, it was indeed a wise decision that this particular altercation found its place on the cutting room floor. Luke and Leia share an extremely strange and awkward kiss. Looking back on the past, certain moments within the Star Wars saga now carry a peculiar air of discomfort. One such instance arose from the realization that Luke Skywalker and Leia Organa, who once appeared destined for a potential romance, were, in fact, siblings. This revelation cast an unsettling shadow over their fleeting kiss in a previous film, making it an awkward scene to behold. However, the discomfort didn't end there, as a deleted scene made their odd dynamic even worse. In this unseen footage, Leia tenderly tended to Luke's hair after his encounter with the Wampa, their connection seemingly growing more intimate. Fortunately, their exchange was abruptly interrupted by the timely arrival of C-3PO and R2-D2, sparing them from a potentially regrettable escalation. Leia's subsequent outburst expressed frustration with Han's plan to settle his debts with Jabba the Hutt, implying that she might have found more loyalty among the Wampas themselves. In the realm of storytelling, hindsight can shed new light on narrative choices and character dynamics. What once seemed to hint at a budding romance between Luke and Leia then took on an entirely different context with the knowledge of their familial bond. Luke almost comes face to face with his death. In the early evening, Luke found himself in a perilous predicament, encountering a vicious Wampa creature that saw him as its next meal. Caught in the creature's clutches, Luke relied on his newfound connection to the Force to summon his lightsaber, ultimately freeing himself from the jaws of danger. However, his journey was far from over, as he braved the frigid elements in a desperate bid for survival. While Luke's subsequent recovery in the Bacta tank offered a sense of reassurance, there existed an omitted moment that heightened the tension surrounding his fate. Captured in a captivating black and white clip, this scene portrayed Han and Leia, joined by C-3PO and Chewbacca, anxiously awaiting news on the hero's condition. Suspense hung heavy in the air as they grappled with uncertainty. Moments of anticipation were followed by a glimmer of relief when the droid attending to Luke delivered the long-awaited update. He was presently out of danger. The weight of this revelation prompted a wave of relief among Luke's devoted companions, manifested through heartfelt embraces and expressions of shared relief. Luke's harrowing experience, combined with the unwavering support and concern of his comrades, underscored the depth of their bond and the resilience that drove them forward. It's through these moments of uncertainty and subsequent triumphs over diversity that the true strength of their friendship and alliance is forged. Lobo's brave sacrifice. In a galaxy filled with characters who have captured the hearts of fans, there are a few unlikely heroes who have garnered a devoted following despite their minimal on-screen presence. Among them is Lobo, a stoic individual adorned with distinctive headphones that adorn his ears, speaking sparingly but faithfully executing the commands of his superior, Lando Calrissian. Although his role might seem unremarkable at first glance, a deleted scene shed light on Lobo's unwavering loyalty and selflessness. The scene revealed a moment when Lobo became the target of stormtroopers on the vibrant planet of Bespin. In a daring act of diversion, he deliberately attracted their attention, drawing them away from Lando's comrades, Chewbacca and Leia, who desperately wanted to reach Han Solo in his frozen carbonite state. This selfless act allowed Lando to guide his friends to safety, shielding them from harm and granting them a chance to continue their quest to rescue Han. Alas, their efforts proved unsuccessful, which served to heighten the stakes and set the stage for the events that unfolded in Return of the Jedi, released years later. Lobo's deleted scene serves as a testament to the power of selflessness and the profound impact that even the quietest voices can have in times of great peril. In a galaxy teeming with unforgettable characters, it's often the unsung heroes who leave an indelible mark on our hearts and inspire us to believe in the power of loyalty, sacrifice, and the extraordinary potential within us all. Another one of Luke and Leia's awkward intimate scenes was omitted. On the floor of the cutting room, there exists another awkward and uncomfortable deleted scene that hints at a different path for Luke, one that would have taken his bond with Leia into uncharted and uncomfortable territory. In this unrevealed scene, Leia, overcome by a surge of mixed emotions, found herself drawn to Luke in a moment of vulnerability. With a tender touch, she pressed her lips against his, a gesture laced with a complex blend of affection, concern, and an unspoken yearning. As if by some miraculous force-driven power, she attempted to mend the physical and emotional wounds that Luke had suffered, their connection deepening in ways unforeseen. However, in its wisdom, fate deemed this path unfit for the galaxy's beloved heroes. Thus, we celebrate the serendipitous omission of this deleted scene, as it allows the saga to follow its destined course. Luke's internal conflict manifested physically when he trained. In the mystical swamps of Dagobah, a pivotal training session took place between Luke Skywalker and the wise Yoda. Together, they embarked on a journey of self-discovery, honing Luke's budding abilities as a Jedi Knight. Amidst this transformative experience, a scene that remained confined to the cutting room floor offered a glimpse into a fleeting moment of additional struggle. However, it failed to contribute substantially to the narrative tapestry. Within this deleted scene, the weight of the Force manifested itself in a physical form, as Luke found himself burdened not only by the physical weight he carried, but also by the weight of his own doubts and uncertainties. With each faltering step, he grappled to maintain his balance, both in the physical realm and within the depths of his own being. In a fleeting moment, his lightsaber fluttered through the air, seeking an unseen foe, mirroring the internal conflict that plagued his Jedi training. Yet, within the broader tapestry of Luke's journey, this particular episode did little to add depth or substance, offering merely a fleeting diversion from the core themes at play. In hindsight, we can appreciate the omission of this scene, for it would have complicated the narrative arc without significantly advancing the story or enhancing Luke's character development. The theatrical release already captured the essence of his struggles, doubts, and eventual triumph, allowing audiences to witness his growth as a Jedi in a focused and impactful manner. The omission of this unnecessary scene allowed the core themes of resilience, self-discovery, and the battle against the dark side to shine through, unburdened by unnecessary distractions. Thus, we celebrate the cohesive narrative that graced the screen, unburdened by useless scenes, and appreciate the craft of storytelling that guided us through the cosmic journey of Luke Skywalker, inspiring generations with his heroic tale. Darth Vader's strange encounter with a creature on Hoth. In a remote and treacherous landscape, far from the reaches of the known galaxy, a planet teeming with mysterious creatures became the backdrop for a deleted scene that never saw the light of day. As the rebel forces frantically navigated their escape from the clutches of the Empire, an unexpected encounter unfolded, introducing a formidable adversary into the chaotic fray. Emerging from the shadows, a creature native to the icy world of Hoth made its presence known. Towering over the fleeing rebels, had embarked on a rampage that sent panic coursing through the ranks. Desperate attempts were made to subdue the creature, blaster bolts ricocheting off its robust frame, but their efforts proved futile. In the midst of this chaos, as stormtroopers converged upon the scene, the creature's attention momentarily shifted toward the small astromech droid R2-D2. In a tense moment, it gave chase, causing hearts to race with anticipation. Yet, unexpectedly, a twist of fate redirected its focus, and it set its sights upon an unsuspecting Imperial officer who became an unwitting sacrifice to the creature's insatiable appetite. As the stormtroopers stood frozen in uncertainty, their gazes turned to the enigmatic figure of Darth Vader, their imposing leader. A silent exchange transpired, fraught with unspoken expectations. However, instead of intervening, Vader chose a different path, striding away with measured purpose, leaving the stormtroopers to grapple with the implications of their leader's decision. Though this scene, forever confined to the realm of the unreleased, would have injected a thrilling element into the Hoth escape, its absence allowed us to marvel at the rich tapestry of the Star Wars universe. Its inclusion was unnecessary, and it was a wise decision for it not to be included in the final film. 6. Star Wars: Return of the Jedi, 1983. Darth Vader attempts to lure Luke to the dark side. In the depths of the cutting room, there exists a deleted scene that delved further into the complex dynamic between Darth Vader and his son, Luke Skywalker. This unrevealed moment took place within Vader's private chamber, where he engaged in a clandestine communication with Luke, seeking to lure him to the dark side of the Force. Vader's voice resonated with a mixture of persuasion and warning, emphasizing that the dark side was the only path to power and survival. Meanwhile, on the desert planet of Tatooine, Luke, unaware of his father's words, focused on constructing a new weapon, a green lightsaber. The Jedi Knight's determination to complete this task echoed his resilience and resolve, even in the face of daunting challenges. Little did he know that this lightsaber would become a symbol of his own journey, wielded in epic battles against his own father, and continuing its legacy in the stories yet to unfold. The narrative then transitioned to a different thread, where the loyal droids C-3PO and R2-D2 ventured toward the infamous Jabba's palace. Amidst their journey, C-3PO expressed apprehension, fearing the absence of Luke's guidance. Yet R2-D2, through a series of beeps and whistles that only a droid could comprehend, attempted to assuage his companions' worries, reinforcing their steadfast loyalty to their mission. Although these deleted scenes remain hidden from the final cut of the saga, they serve as fragments of an untold tale, painting a broader picture of the intricate relationships and individual struggles within the Star Wars universe. Each snippet, meticulously crafted but left on the editing room floor, fuels the imaginations of fans and invites us to ponder the vast possibilities that lie beyond the boundaries of what we've come to know. An extended sequence of Han and Chewbacca's battle on Endor. In the depths of the treacherous forest moon of Endor, a daring duo emerged as the vanguards of hope amidst the chaos of battle. Han Solo and Chewbacca, renowned heroes of the rebellion, led the charge against the oppressive Imperial forces. Their mission? To storm the bunker, confronting the enemy troops with unwavering resolve and delivering a stern ultimatum. Yet, there existed a trove of unseen footage concealed in the annals of the galaxy's history. Through the lens of the camera, we're granted access to the interior of the bunker, where Han and Chewbacca unleashed their violent assault upon the forces of darkness. The grainy texture of the footage served as a testament to the passage of time, lending an air of authenticity to the unfolding events. Though the visuals may lack the polished sheen of the theatrical cut, their raw power and unyielding heroism remain unadulterated. Han and Chewbacca embodied the spirit of unrelenting bravery with each stride, dispatching their adversaries with a calculated precision that both mesmerized and captivated. As we bore witness to these unrevealed moments, an exhilarating sense of excitement permeated the air. The relentless determination of our Rebel Alliance champions echoed through the frames, underscoring their unwavering commitment to the cause of freedom. It's a testament to the indomitable spirit that resided within their hearts, a spirit that refused to be extinguished by the darkness that surrounded them. The sight of Han and Chewbacca fearlessly decimating their foes with unwavering determination served as a powerful testament to the triumph of good over evil, a testament that resonated with the eternal hope that resides within us all. Though these deleted scenes may have been confined to the shadows, they speak to the unquenchable thirst for adventure and the enduring legacy of heroes waiting to be discovered. In the end, it's not the quality of the footage that matters, but the indelible impression it leaves upon our souls. A small band of heroes parts ways, and the siblings share yet another uncomfortable moment of intimacy. After a daring rescue mission that brought Han Solo back from the clutches of Jabba the Hutt, our band of heroes found themselves flying away from danger on a desert skiff. The exhilarating escape left them with a temporary sense of victory, but they knew their paths must soon diverge. Luke, ever committed to his Jedi training, revealed his intention to visit an old friend in the Dagobah system, while Han, Leia, Chewbacca, and Lando strategized a critical attack on the forest moon of Endor, aiming to disable the Death Star Star shields and ultimately destroy the looming threat. In a scene that didn't make it to the final cut, we witnessed Luke bidding his farewells amidst a raging sandstorm. The tumultuous weather created an atmospheric challenge, making it difficult to discern the actor's dialogue. Sensibly, the decision was made to omit this sequence, ensuring that the audience could fully appreciate the interactions without distraction. Additionally, an uncomfortable kiss between Luke and Leia further justified its exclusion, as the narrative complexity surrounding their relationship required careful consideration. Further on, Luke tended to a wound on his robotic hand, a reminder of the fierce confrontation he endured while battling Jabba's minions on Tatooine. As he placed his robotic glove over the sizable hole left by a gunshot, the symbolism of his actions emerged. Some speculated that this scene could have been interpreted as foreshadowing Luke's potential descent into the dark side. Clad in black attire and exhibiting a willingness to eliminate his adversaries, the signs were there, fueling speculation among fans. However, Lucasfilm ultimately chose a different narrative path, opting for an alternative portrayal of Luke's journey. Jar Jar meets his untimely demise. In the heart of the foreboding Death Star, a deleted scene unveiled the Imperials in a tense countdown. As the lasers ominously charged up, the scene abruptly faded to black, leaving the audience on the edge of their seats. It's during this climactic moment that Jar Jar, a high-ranking Imperial officer, met his demise in the subsequent explosion. Ultimately, it was Lando Calrissian who delivered the decisive blow, showcasing his bravery and resourcefulness. The inclusion of these deleted scenes had the potential to enrich Jar Jar's character, offering a deeper exploration of his role within the Empire. However, it appears that Lucasfilm made a conscious decision to avoid drawing too many parallels between Jar Jar and the iconic villain Tarkin, who's widely revered as one of the greatest antagonists in the Star Wars universe. By carving out a distinct identity for Jar Jar, the filmmakers sought to maintain the extraordinary impact and legacy of each character. Jar Jar's unexpected attack. In a deleted scene from Return of the Jedi, the character of Jar Jar found himself faced with a difficult decision. As the Empire's forces occupied the Force-dead moon of Endor, the weight of command rested on his shoulders. Despite his initial hesitance, a sinister transformation overtook his countenance, reminiscent of the infamous Grand Moff Tarkin. In a chilling display of arrogance, Jar Jar coldly ordered the unleashing of destructive firepower upon the very troops he commanded. This poignant moment of destruction and the character's reaction served as a clear indication of the complexities of power and loyalty within the vast Star Wars universe. Jar Jar almost dies, yet again, but this time at Vader's hands. In the climactic moments of the film, an intense encounter unfolded between Darth Vader and the Imperial officer Tian Jar Jar. In a bid to communicate with Emperor Palpatine, Vader employed his formidable force powers, attempting to exert a deadly grip around Jar Jar's throat. Sensing the imminent danger, the officer was momentarily taken aback, but soon found himself spared as he learned of the Emperor's request for his presence. In a smug display of self-assurance, Jar Jar responded in a very condescending manner, although he was well aware of his fortunate escape from the Sith Lord's wrath. The omitted scene, with its unsettling dynamics, offered a glimpse into the vulnerabilities of Darth Vader and the intricate power struggles within the Empire. However, in the interest of preserving Vader's iconic stature as the galaxy's most fearsome warrior, this particular interaction was left on the cutting room floor. The allure of Anakin Skywalker's character lies in his ability to embody pure darkness, unmatched by any adversary in the galaxy. Thus, the decision to omit this scene from the final production was likely a wise one, allowing Vader's aura of indomitable power to remain untarnished. Our band of unlikely heroes are given the most unflattering label. In the climactic moments of the epic 6th installment of the Galactic Saga, an Imperial officer directed a derogatory remark toward the valiant rebels, uttering the infamous phrase, "Rebel scum." This memorable line reverberated through the scene, showcasing the officer's disdain for the heroic forces standing against the might of the Empire. In the original theatrical version of the film, the encounter concluded with this verbal exchange, leaving the impact of the insult to linger in the air. However, an omitted clip offered a glimpse into Han Solo's reaction to the officer's offensive words. As the insult hung in the air, Harrison Ford's character registered a mixture of shock and disbelief. He slowly repeated the word scum, his expression reflecting a range of emotions. Although this additional moment provided insight into Han's reaction, its exclusion from the final cut was understandable. The film's pacing and the impending gravity of the Death Star attack demanded a streamlined narrative, keeping the focus on the high-stakes action unfolding around them. Thus, the decision to omit this particular clip ensured that the film maintained its momentum and stayed true to the thrilling climax that was about to unfold. 7. Star Wars: The Force Awakens. 2015. We see an extended glimpse of General Leia Organa. In a deleted segment that didn't make its way into the final version of the film, the late Carrie Fisher, renowned for her portrayal of Leia Organa, captivated audiences with an extended scene featuring the iconic heroine. In this brief but significant moment, Leia took center stage, offering crucial insights into the state of the galaxy. As a valiant leader in the ongoing battle with the First Order, Leia unveiled the challenges she faced. With unwavering determination, she described the uphill struggle she endured as she fought against the odds, her pleas for support falling on deaf ears among other political figures. Leia's monologue not only shed light on the dire circumstances but also revealed her unwavering conviction, even in the face of skepticism. Her steadfast belief in the existence of a hidden force manipulating events added depth to her character, emphasizing the magnitude of the task she shouldered. This deleted scene, though brief, held immense significance in bridging the gaps of knowledge surrounding the rise of the First Order after the fall of a previous regime. The scene's absence from the final cut left fans longing for a more profound understanding of the First Order's ascent to power. Leia's character development and the broader narrative arc would have significantly benefited from the inclusion of this pivotal moment in the film. Alas, the scene remained an untold tale, leaving viewers with only fragments of the larger picture. Nevertheless, Leia Organa's presence and her unwavering commitment to the cause continue to inspire audiences, underscoring her enduring legacy in the Star Wars universe. Finn's internal conflict. In the realm of a galaxy far, far away, The Force Awakens emerged as a distinct Star Wars adventure, setting itself apart from its predecessors right from its opening moments. Among the notable scenes that helped establish this unique tone was Finn's harrowing experience as a stormtrooper, plagued by the turmoil of his first battle. However, there existed a deleted sequence that further explored the inner conflict of this conflicted soldier. Within this omitted scene, Finn found himself in pursuit of a desperate villager seeking to escape the chaos unfolding around them. A moment of tension ensued as Finn raised his weapon, poised to eliminate the fleeing individual. Yet, in a surprising turn, he decided to spare their life. This particular moment would have amplified Finn's transformation and made his defection from the ranks of the stormtroopers more apparent. However, its exclusion from the final film allowed for a subtler portrayal of his character development. From the outset, it was evident that Finn was ill-suited for the brutality required of a stormtrooper. The deleted scene reinforced this notion, emphasizing his inherent aversion to the merciless nature of his role. While the inclusion of this cut moment might have provided a more pronounced illustration of Finn's internal struggle, it could have potentially diminished the impact that audiences experienced in the theatrical version. It could also have served as a poignant reminder of Finn's moral compass, further underscoring his journey toward embracing a different path. However, the film successfully conveyed his sense of disillusionment and subsequent transformation through nuanced storytelling, allowing viewers to gradually discover Finn's true nature. Leia receives some vital information. A deleted scene from the film offered a glimpse into a pivotal moment about a Jakku message. A valuable exposition was delicately woven within this unrevealed sequence, only to be left aside, possibly in favor of a more streamlined plot progression. The scene revolved around the transmission received by the Resistance, carrying vital information about the aftermath of the Jakku village. Leia, the resolute leader of the Resistance, got a comprehensive report detailing the unfortunate events that transpired within the village. The dire message conveyed the discovery of Poe Dameron's crashed ship, highlighting the absence of BB-8 and the elusive map. In this brief exchange, Leia unequivocally emphasized the relentless pursuit of Luke Skywalker by the First Order, thereby swiftly establishing the intentions of these formidable antagonists. Though this insightful scene offered a concise exposition dump, allowing for a rapid grasp of the First Order's motivations, it seems it was relinquished from the final cut, perhaps to propel the film forward with unwavering momentum. While its exclusion may have helped the narrative pace, it also dodged the opportunity to provide immediate clarity regarding the First Order's relentless quest. Kylo Ren takes a trip down memory lane. Kylo Ren's clandestine encounter with the legendary Millennium Falcon is revealed in a hidden recess of the untold narrative. Within the depths of Starkiller Base, while chaos ensued with Han, Finn and Chewbacca wreaking havoc in the bunkers, Kylo Ren was drawn to embark on a personal journey down memory's winding path. Intrigued by the presence of the Millennium Falcon, the vessel that witnessed his formative years, Kylo Ren's curiosity compelled him to explore its familiar corridors. Masked and enshrouded, his emotions remained elusive, yet a profound connection stirred within his being. Within the cockpit's hallowed confines, he was overcome by a surge of indiscernible sentiment, his memories echoing the essence of his enigmatic father. At this juncture, the audience might be unaware of the deep familial ties between Han and Kylo, but this covert moment imbued the revelation with a deep resonance. Kylo's investigation of this relic of paternal heritage served as a poignant reminder of the intricate web of connections that intertwined the characters' lives. Yet, in the final cut, the subtlety of emotional build-up surrounding the fatherhood reveal was regrettably eclipsed. This unseen exploration of Kylo Ren's connection to the Millennium Falcon served as a testament to the depth and complexity that could have further enriched the emotional tapestry. As the narrative unfolded upon repeated repeated viewings, the scarcity of groundwork laid for the climactic revelation became evident. While the deliberate confusion regarding the bond between Han and Kylo aimed to preserve the element of surprise, the absence of poignant moments like this one was acutely felt. In a cruel twist of fate, not long after this contemplative encounter, Ben Solo succumbed to darkness, forever altering the course of his destiny by committing the unthinkable act of extinguishing his own father's life. Han's never-ending witty remarks make a fun and fresh appearance. Within the depths of an obscure underground passage, Han Solo, Chewbacca, and Finn found themselves trapped in a dangerous standoff in the deleted scene. Seeking to elude their pursuers from Maz's castle, fate conspired to corner them as a squad of relentless stormtroopers barred their escape route. A divergence of opinions emerged, with Finn advocating for a fierce clash, while Han's cunning nature compelled him to seek an alternative path. In a display of his signature wit and charm, Han Solo engaged in a captivating verbal dance with the First Order soldiers. Rather than resorting to brute force, he harnessed his intellect and quick thinking to engage in a spirited exchange of banter. With a twinkle in his eye and a sly grin, Han weaved a tapestry of humor that underlined the tension of the moment. Harrison Ford's portrayal of the iconic scoundrel shone through, capturing the essence of Han Solo's comedic genius. Regrettably, the resolution of Han's audacious plan was left untold within the confines of this scene, tantalizing the imagination with unspoken outcomes. Han Solo, a character who often concealed his true capabilities beneath a facade of helplessness, offered a comedic interlude in the midst of a crucial sequence. It was within these fleeting moments that the multifaceted nature of his character was unveiled, leaving the audience delightfully entertained. An unexpected encounter with an old enemy. In the realm of unseen tales, a deleted scene from The Force Awakens granted Unkar Plutt, the enigmatic character of Jakku, a moment to shine. Though confined to the depths of the cutting room floor, his presence was felt as he crossed paths with Rey within the walls of Maz's castle. In this omitted encounter, he confronted her with a menacing tone. He was determined to exact retribution for her fearless act of running off with the Millennium Falcon, his cherished possession. As tensions escalated, Simon Pegg's portrayal of Unkar Plutt took hold, gripping the scene with an air of threat and intimidation. His grip tightened upon Rey, a veiled warning of the consequences she must face. In response, Rey, steadfast and resolute, instinctively reached for her weapon, ready to defend herself against this formidable antagonist. Yet, fate intervened in the form of an unlikely ally. Chewbacca, the stalwart Wookiee and loyal companion, emerged from the shadows to protect Rey from the clutches of Unkar Plutt. In a moment of raw strength and primal fury, he seized the opportunity to deliver a forceful response, tearing off the appendage that dared to threaten his newfound comrade. It was a visceral display, a reminder of the Wookiee's fierce reputation and his unwavering commitment to safeguarding those he deemed worthy. This unexplored scene, hidden from the gaze of the galaxy, revealed a tender bond forged between Chewbacca and Rey. Despite their recent acquaintance, the Wookiee extended his protective embrace, solidifying their connection in an instant. In this fleeting encounter, their relationship blossomed, rooted in trust and solidarity. Unkar Plutt's presence in this deleted scene offered a glimpse into the intricate web of relationships and loyalties existing in the universe. Leia's horror at the deaths at Jakku. In the vast expanse of a distant planet, an unforgiving tragedy unfolded. The relentless forces of the First Order swept across Jakku, leaving no survivors in their wake. Executed with calculated precision, their heinous crimes aimed to erase any trace of their dark deeds from the annals of history. Amidst the chaos, the valiant efforts of Poe Dameron, the skilled pilot, fell short of thwarting their nefarious plans. Bound by their iron grip, he was captured and whisked away to face their interrogations. This harrowing event's aftermath resonated deeply within Leia Organa's heart. A beacon of hope and resilience, she bore witness to the horrors unleashed upon the innocent citizens of Jakku. With anguished eyes, she surveyed the devastation, her spirit weighed down by the heavy toll of lives lost. The news of Poe's ship, destroyed and lost in the turmoil, further added to her despair. The absence of BB-8, entrusted with a vital mission to deliver a map to the Resistance, deepened the sense of loss and uncertainty. This omitted scene, tucked away in the confines of the Force Awakens DVD and Blu-ray, provided a poignant glimpse into Leia's emotional turmoil. Her frame, etched with horror and grief, captured the depth of her compassion and unwavering commitment to the cause. While the decision to exclude this moment from the final cut may have been to maintain the film's pacing, it was a poignant reminder of the sacrifices and atrocities endured in the face of a relentless enemy. 8. Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, 2016. A secret Darth Vader scene was left on the cutting room floor. Two formidable figures, Vader and Tarkin, were poised to share a moment that would have echoed the past, a nod to their intertwined history in the realm of Star Wars. The digital reincarnation of Peter Cushing's Tarkin, a testament to technological marvels, held the potential for a beautiful encounter. Yet, in the final manifestation of the cinematic tapestry that was Rogue One, their paths never intertwined, and their dialogue remained unspoken. The anticipation of their meeting, woven with nostalgia, was left unfulfilled. A familiar screen, reminiscent of an iconic moment in A New Hope, tantalized fans with with its retro charm. This glimpse into the past hinted at a different trajectory for the Dark Lord of the Sith, suggesting his presence on the fabled Death Star itself. Rogue One, a tale shaped by the ebb and flow of creative endeavors, underwent profound transformations through script revisions and reshoots. The film's memorable climax was forged anew, leaving behind remnants of discarded footage. Among them, this shot of Vader, once showcased in trailers, became nothing more than a memory, forever out of reach from the eyes of audiences. 9. Star Wars: The Last Jedi, 2017. The Last Jedi actually had a different opening sequence. In the vast expanse of a distant galaxy, the tale of Finn, a warrior caught between darkness and light, was poised to unfold in a different manner. In an alternate reality, the curtains would have risen to reveal him awakening, his eyes fluttering open within the confines of the MC-85 Star Cruiser. John Boyega's character, still bearing the remnants of a harrowing lightsaber duel, found himself grappling with the aftermath of a devastating injury inflicted by the formidable Kylo Ren. As the Resistance braced itself for an imminent clash, Finn emerged from his slumber, his senses slowly reawakening. The stirring of the impending battle filled the air, a symphony of determination resonating within the starship's corridors. Yet, as fate would have it, this alternate opening lacked the resounding impact that graced the final cut of The Last Jedi. The thrill and urgency that seized audiences from the very first frame were absent, replaced by a slower, more contemplative introduction. Paige had a different introductory sequence too. In the grand cosmos of Episode 13, a new hero named Paige Tycho emerged, but her journey began in a different guise. Within the frames of an alternate scene, we caught a fleeting glimpse of Paige, her guns poised for a crucial shot. Yet, fate interjected, and the weapons failed her in the pivotal moment. This fragmentary introduction served as a mere whisper, a momentary glimpse into her character's story. Paige's untimely demise carried profound weight, casting a poignant shadow that ignited the spirit of her sister, Rose. From the ashes of tragedy, Rose found the fortitude to step into the fray, embarking on her own transformative journey as a critical player on the battlefield. The makers, guided by a clear vision for the film, opted to introduce the bombers at a later juncture in the opening spectacle, enhancing the impact of Paige's ultimate unveiling. With their discerning eye, the makers determined that a more resonant moment awaited Paige, a moment that would reverberate through the hearts of viewers. Luke left fans heartbroken, but this deleted scene resolves that. Within the vast tapestry of The Last Jedi, the portrayal of Luke Skywalker became a point of contention for ardent fans. Once draped in celestial light, this legendary hero made a decision that divided many. Abandoning his comrades in the wake of Ben Solo's descent into darkness, Luke's choice tested the loyalty of his followers. Yet another lament arose from the depths of the fanbase. They yearned for an emotional response from Luke upon learning of the tragic demise of his dear friend, Han Solo. A scene unseen by most exists within the vaults of deleted footage, offering a moment of closure. In this untrodden path, we witness Luke, cloaked in solitude, grappling with the weight of Han's passing. Mark Hamill's masterful performance imbued the scene with raw emotion, a testament to his prowess as an actor. Regrettably, this emotional moment remained confined to the cutting room floor, never gracing the theatrical release. The absence of this scene, born from the tender depths of grief, left a void in the hearts of viewers. The power of closure, the cathartic release that comes from acknowledging loss, was withheld from the audience. Luke's journey, fraught with complexities and tormented by the burdens of his past, yearned for this moment of reflection. The unseen side of Finn's fight with Captain Phasma. In the climactic showdown between Finn and Captain Phasma, the culmination of his personal journey came to fruition. However, an unseen fragment revealed an alternative version of this pivotal moment, imbued with a different dynamic. In this omitted scene, Finn was overcome by a moment of defiance, exposing Phasma as a traitor to her loyal First Order stormtroopers. A flicker of uncertainty rippled through their ranks, hinting at the possibility of an uprising against their treacherous leader. Yet, Phasma's cunning prevailed as she ruthlessly eliminated those who dared to question her authority. Her iron grip on control remained unyielding, even in the face of potential mutiny. However, this twisted act of betrayal proved to be her ultimate downfall. FN 2187, propelled by a resolute determination, rose against his former commander. With a swift and decisive shot, Finn brought Phasma's reign to a close, sealing her fate. The intensity of the moment was heightened by the presence of Rose and BB-8, who intervened to prevent Finn from succumbing to the fiery destruction of the Star Destroyer. Yet, upon reflection, the inclusion of this clip would have felt somewhat dissonant. The pacing and tone of the film at this juncture demanded an escalating tension, a rapid succession of events that would drive the narrative toward its climactic resolution. The conversation between Finn and Phasma, elongating the encounter, detracted from the mounting suspense and urgency that permeated the story. Moreover, the sudden shift in Phasma's character, displaying cowardice in the face of defeat, diminished her impact as a formidable antagonist. The reshoots, wisely chosen, provided a superior rendition of the altercation. They maintained a seamless integration with the escalating narrative, ensuring that the heightened tension remained unbroken. Finn's victory over Phasma, without unnecessary detours, resonated with greater emotional impact, solidifying his arc and reaffirming his growth as a character. Finn and Poe share a brief but intimate interaction. In the world of The Force Awakens, a unique connection was forged between Finn and Poe Dameron. Amidst their daring escapades and the battles that raged across the cosmos, a deleted scene showcased a heartfelt moment that captured the essence of their friendship. As fate would have it, Finn found himself donning Poe's jacket in the aftermath of a perilous encounter, believing that the valiant Resistance general had met his end on the desolate planet of Viridian. However, a turn of events unfolded, and the two comrades reunited. It was in this tender instance that their bond was reaffirmed, encapsulating the depth of their camaraderie. Poe, with genuine warmth and a touch of humor, insisted that Finn was then the rightful owner of the cherished jacket. Understanding the significance of the garment and the history it carried, he took it upon himself to mend it with delicate care. As he sat, threading the needle with natural dexterity, it became clear that sewing was not his forte. Yet his dedication to this small act of kindness spoke volumes about the unbreakable bond they shared. Many challenges and responsibilities have demanded their utmost attention in their shared journey, but it was precisely this gesture, born out of limited time and a genuine desire to mend not just the jacket, but also their connection, that resonated deeply. The scene, though lacking a direct narrative purpose, painted a beautiful interlude between Finn and Poe. It offered a glimpse into their unspoken bond and the unyielding support they provided for one another amidst the chaos of their chosen path. In this fleeting moment of unity, the significance of the jacket transcended its physical form, embodying the strength and resilience of their friendship. Rey and Finn share a questionable kiss. Finn awakened from his battle with Kylo Ren, only to find himself yearning for the presence of his departed friend, Rey. Seeking solace and companionship, he sat down with the loyal astromech droid, BB-8, clutching a small device that held Rey's tracker. In a surprising twist, BB-8 projected a hologram, displaying a tender moment from their past adventures. It captured Rey planting a gentle kiss on Finn's forehead, a gesture of friendship and affection. The inclusion of this scene injected a welcome touch of light into the gravity of their circumstances. Amidst the trials and tribulations they faced, the hologram served as a reminder of the profound connections they'd forged on their journey. It showcased the deep bond shared between Finn and Rey, a bond that extended beyond mere romance, transcending into a powerful alliance of friendship and mutual support. However, while this omitted moment was not deemed essential to the final narrative, its purposeful exclusion from the tale allowed for a broader interpretation of their relationship. It left room for individual viewers to contemplate the nature of their connection, free from predefined romantic expectations. Rose defends herself in the most unexpected and hilarious way. In the midst of their daring mission, Finn and Rose found themselves ensnared by a web of treachery, captured by a shadowy faction aligned with the forces of darkness. However, an omitted sequence revealed a surprising twist in their capture. As the nefarious General Hux reveled in the despair of his captives, clutching a memento that once belonged to Rose's departed sister, a glimmer of defiance sparked within her. With a quick and unexpected maneuver, Rose sunk her teeth into Hux's hand, catching him off guard and eliciting a short yelp of surprise. The unexpected act of defiance brought a moment of joy to the otherwise dire circumstances. It showcased Rose's resourcefulness and determination, even in the face of overwhelming odds. However, upon reflection, it became apparent that including this scene might not have served General Hux's character development in the best light. By showcasing Hux being outwitted and physically bested by a captive, the scene could diminish his stature and undermine the sense of menace surrounding the character. Tom Hardy was slated to make a surprise cameo. In the depths of a formidable starship, Finn, Rose, and DJ navigated the treacherous halls, their steps careful and their senses heightened. Their mission demanded utmost stealth, aware that their every move was scrutinized by watchful eyes. As they hastened toward an elevator, their hearts pounding with the weight of their clandestine task, an unexpected encounter unfolded. A figure emerged, played by none other than Tom Hardy. He assumed the role of a vigilant guard, donning the iconic armor of a stormtrooper. With an air of authority, the stormtrooper subjected Finn to a brief interrogation, casting doubt on his potential for leadership. Finn, quick-witted and resilient, realized that his cover remained intact, a surge of relief flooding through him. In an act of friendship and humor, the stormtrooper playfully patted Finn on the back, a light-hearted gesture of encouragement. Their brief exchange encapsulated a moment of unexpected levity in the midst of peril. 10. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, 2019. Rey's training and internal battle. The junior novelization of an epic saga presented an extended training montage that delved into the depths of Rey's journey. In the realm of intense dedication, Rey's determination radiated like a star amidst the darkness. With unwavering focus, she engaged in a riveting dance with training droids, their metallic forms clashing in a symphony of combat. Each strike and parry revealed her ceaseless drive to surpass her previous limits, aiming to beat the record set by her revered master Leia. Yet, as the shadows loomed and the whispers of the dark side echoed, Rey found herself teetering on the precipice precipice of her emotions. The mounting pressure and her desire to prove herself to Leia threatened to consume her spirit, granting the dark side a foothold within her very being. In her pursuit of perfection, the seeds of frustration sprouted, tainting her connection to the Force. In a moment of vulnerability, the dark side seized its chance, orchestrating a malevolent symphony of visions that torment Rey's conscience. Palpatine, the master puppeteer of manipulation, weaved a sinister web that entwined Rey's heart and mind. In this moment, Rey also grappled with a sense of survivor's guilt, burdened by the weight of perceived responsibility for the tragic losses of Han Solo and Luke Skywalker. Palpatine, the cunning architect of discord, capitalized on her inner turmoil, exploiting her self-blame to further his nefarious agenda. The tendrils of the dark side coil around her, seeking to mold her into a vessel of their own design. As this narrative unfolded, it served as a testament to the complex nature of heroism and the battles waged within the soul. Rey's journey, shaped by moments of triumph and tribulation, transcended the pages of the novelization, resonating in the hearts of those who dared to tread the path of destiny. Kylo Ren's story falls apart. A deleted scene from the novelization of The Rise of Skywalker ventured into the volcanic depths of Mustafar, where a pivotal encounter awaited Kylo Ren. However, it presented a different perspective than its cinematic counterpart, giving rise to questions among devoted fans. Within the pages of this novelization, the Oracle emerged as a mysterious figure known as the Eye of Webbish Bog. Its presence cast an eerie aura upon the desolate landscape, guiding Kylo Ren in his search for Darth Vader's Wayfinder. Pointing across the vast plains, the Oracle directed him to the remnants of Vader's Tower, a poignant reminder of past events witnessed in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Amongst the ruins, hidden within the debris of forgotten battles, Kylo Ren unearthed an ancient ark, safeguarding the lost Sith Wayfinder. The significance of this discovery sent ripples through his being, fueling his relentless pursuit of power. Yet, as the novelization deviates from the film, a confusion arises within the passionate Star Wars fanbase. The harmonious balance sought after Disney's acquisition of Lucasfilm now faces a challenge as the two novelizations present differing narratives. Maz Kanata engages Leia in a conversation. Within the deleted scenes of the Star Wars universe, the Junior novelization of The Rise of Skywalker weaved a captivating tale, offering a unique conversation between two powerful women, Leia and Maz Kanata. As trusted confidants, their bond was evident, and Maz emerged as a key advisor to Leia, guiding her in moments of significance. In this unpublished scene, Maz imparted wisdom upon Leia, urging her to recognize the importance of Han's medal, a symbol of honor and valor. Maz's words resonated deeply with Leia through their heartfelt exchange, highlighting the emotional weight carried by this cherished memento. Leia, in turn, found herself swayed by Maz's persuasive counsel, realizing the significance of the lightsaber in Rey's hands. It was Maz's compelling argument that ultimately persuaded Leia to entrust Rey with that powerful weapon as she embarked on a mission to the mysterious world of Pasaana. While the presence of this particular footage remained uncertain, the intricate process of crafting their scene presented challenges for the filmmakers. Drawing upon previous footage of the late Carrie Fisher, seamlessly woven into the fabric of Leia's story, posed its own set of artistic considerations. It's plausible that this poignant scene was envisioned but ultimately omitted from the final cut as the creators sought a harmonious and cohesive narrative. Ultimately, each deleted scene provides a unique insight into the artistic process behind these famous films, highlighting sequences that were either judged irrelevant for the final edit or were left on the table for deletion for a variety of reasons. These deleted scenes give a better knowledge of the individuals involved in their experiences, ranging from interpersonal relationships and emotional moments to alternative plots and longer action sequences. While not every one of these sequences was included in the theatrical versions, they're nonetheless essential contributions to the Star Wars mythos, providing fans with new views, hidden depths, and other perspectives. They remind us of the difficulties involved in creating these cinematic masterpieces, as well as the difficult decisions that directors had to make in order to construct the final story. We admire the beauty and devotion that goes into crafting the Star Wars world as we ponder on these deleted sequences. They act as a reminder that, even in a cosmos with infinite possibilities, not every second can find its way into the ultimate narrative. Nonetheless, these deleted sequences add to our comprehension and admiration of this cherished property, leaving us thirsty for more information about the galaxy far, far away. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.